No, this isn't some super secret horror movie in disguise. And oh boy, do I wish it was. Say, have you ever booked a hotel and just so happened that someone else booked that same room and it just so coincidentally happened that someone with your last name booked the same room and instead of, getting us another room, you two stayed together and fall in love? Yeah, me neither. Maybe it's because my last name is not that common, so I kind of had the leeway to be like, that's absolute bullshit. Same with the names that are actually coming up later, but that's also where they're coming from too, by the way. Scotland. So I could see like Smith, Jones, Moore being kind of a more common name, and then them getting accidentally mixed up together and asking, hey, are you related to so-and-so? Just wanted to make sure, but like, my last name's not, so I can't really say, oh yeah, I have this issue all the time. And even to be fair, why wouldn't you call and double check to begin with? Because, hey, I don't know, maybe you had another set of family and you two wanted to be put together, but you couldn't. Or maybe, I don't know, color me shocked that this has not happened yet, but, maybe two people with the same last name, one of them ends up getting murdered because somehow they're like, there can only be one. Okay, whatever. Start the review. I'm getting way into this weird conspiracy territory. On our drive here, we meet our families, the McDougals, both are divorced, raising a son and a daughter. In one car, we have mother Lily, daughter Sydney, and little brother Miles, and in the other car, we have the father Connor, daughter Bailey, and the little brother Tim. Both headed for a resort in Scotland for some family fun. Be careful now if you two end up actually getting together, because with the two last names being so close together, you may actually find out that you may be related. It's a lot more common than what you think because, number one, it happens way too often in Sweet Home Alabama, my Hallmark movie. That can't cut it. Connor also makes a good impression by literally driving next to Lily and her family, putting both families at risk and yelling at her for driving slow on a curvy road when it's super windy and when she's clearly doing the speed limit. Wonder why he got a divorce. Must be the mom's fault.
Is every family here this week really named Mac something or other?
Yes, amazingly enough, young lady.
Why is this movie even happening if this is the Mac convention? Wouldn't you call and say, hey, are you related to so-and-so? Oh, but Rebecca, we wouldn't have a movie if there was more than two McDougals in this whole thing. Bitch, that's why you call and make sure. Oh, McDougal, they have 2 kids here and the other one has 2 kids. Must be a mistake. No one accidentally orders 2 rooms unless they're trying to, blend together. You double check. I used to work at a hotel. They double check and they ask. But the real fun begins when the front desk worker gives Connor and his family Lily's cabin. So bye, see you in the other cabins. Nope, we can't do that. And Connor just begins unpacking because apparently he can't take the hint that this may be not his place. Why am I rooting for these two? No, literally. They go to the front desk and they say that there are no more cabins available until tomorrow. So they stay for the night. They have dinner together. Lily and her family are from New York as she's a busy businesswoman, while Connor is from Boston and the owner of a mechanic and body shop.
Good for her.
After a night's sleep, bad news arises as the cabin is not looking too hot.
Where is your sense of chivalry?
I left it in the divorce court. Where is your sense of cooperation?
I left it on the highway coming here.
After some arguing, the two families head down to the festival where our families will compete and get a prize. Can we not have just two families in a predicament that end up, talking with each other, getting to know each other, and then finding out they have a lot more in common? No, it's not easy thing to do anymore. Not in my Hallmark movies, because apparently now we gotta have people being held hostage against their will and going on extreme wild goose chases. And this is in 2011, people. The two enter the contest, and of course, we get more arguing. Wow, what a shock! This movie I hate this movie. I hate this movie so fucking much. Why was I supposed to be rooting for these people?
No Scottish on your side of the family?
She literally has red hair, but I digress. So we play a family-friendly game of horseshoes, and Connor gets too competitive and brings his son Tim down. Doesn't help that Miles adds fuel to the fire, and he runs off crying. He says he'll come back as Lily calls him out on it. Lily and the others head to lunch as Connor and Tim find them heading into an archery house. They have some fun shooting and go back to the festival. where the next fun event commences, dancing. Then, the one thing I didn't expect to happen, Bailey is asked to dance with Miles, because he has a crush on her. She's a teen and he's 8. Another guy comes along who's close to her age and asks to dance with her. She says no since she's with Miles and is being a nice girl, and the guy is definitely a nice guy in disguise. Fetishes? In my Hallmark movie? Mary Joseph, I'm ashamed. Lily wins the contest. I wonder why! We cut to the next day where we do more competitions. Tug of war, running, tossing a pole. It's not a javelin, so I don't know what to actually call it, and I'm too lazy to look it up. So please tell me in the comments, because I don't remember. I actually did look it up, but I don't remember. The two are top tier of the competition, and this leads Connor to making everyone exercise so they can win. The family goes to a castle where both Connor and Lily say why they were divorced. Her ex-husband found a younger woman, while Connor's ex-wife most likely cheated on him with a wealthy businessman. And Connor is still salty about it. Honestly, I would be too. And I like this about it because it shows us how even though both of them are divorced, they still only think about their kids. Yes, they are still in pain and are not over everything, but they want their kids to be happy. And then we ruin it by having it be more Sweet Home Alabama than before, with Cindy and Tim and Miles hitting on Bailey. Everyone calm down and let these parents fall in love first, then we can fix your teenage hormones later. We almost get a kiss from Connor and Lily, but she pulls away saying not yet because we're only 40 minutes into the movie. Lily feels awkward about the situation, trying to do things to get her mind off of it, while also dragging her kids along. Connor says they need to practice, but Lily says no, and they go bird watching. Meanwhile, Connor and his kids are practicing flipping the large pole. When Billy goes to flip it, it comes back and Connor dive bombs to save her, resulting in her getting a little scraping cries. I'm reading this off script now because I will not be able to remember this. I looked up how much these poles would usually weigh because like an 8 to 10-year-old cannot lift this thing. And later watching it, they didn't. But some preteens and teens may not be able to either because normally these things weigh 90 to 175 pounds. Mind you, whenever I was at that age, I hardly weighed 75 pounds. Long story short, medicine. But, and again, this is the kid-friendly version, but my guess is that some of these poles were probably between 25 to 75 pounds, and then for the adults, they may be like the 90 to 75 pounds, which again, these poles are not only heavy as hell, but they're also like 10 feet tall, and like some of them, they need to flip it in order to get more landing, which... But the dad definitely could have stopped it, because those poles in general, they're just weirdly falling. He couldn't have been like, come here, honey, and like pulled her towards him. Or even being like, hey, honey, watch out. And she stepped away. Or another thing that could have happened was he grabs the pole and stops it. That's too hard to do, apparently. Again, that one woman helping with the competition comes over to make sure Bailey is alright and flirts with Connor, writing her phone number on his hand. It gets better when Connor and Lily are almost making up, just about to kiss when she sees the phone number and leaves. The shoe sniffer comes along and hits on her when she's down in the dumps. Hey, even better, focus on your kids! It's your guys' vacation. Why do you care? You two have just met for maybe 4 days. Dear God! I'll save you the trouble of how the dates went, cause who cares? I don't. Moving on. These two don't deserve to be together. They will take 2 steps forward, then someone will say something, and they will take 100 steps backwards. It's annoying as hell. They kiss, like to the point where she is literally melting in his arms. And Tim sees, smiling. Okay, even though I think he literally said, I don't want a new mom. I don't know why you had a change of heart, but okay, I guess. Lily says she shouldn't be doing this and goes inside. The two bicker, and since Connor's in a bad mood, he ruins it for everyone else. Again, why am I rooting for these two to get together? They end up arguing as Lily and Connor decide to split. They once more fight for who gets the room as Connor gets the key. The front desk worker also reveals that his wife, the other front desk worker, has been keeping them in the same house so they'd be together. The two are still civil, wanting to participate together in that last a day. While raining, they train by jumping in sacks only for them all to fall, and Lily calls it quits. Did I miss something? It was an accident. So, why are you... I get it's raining, you fell, but, like, it was clearly an accident. So, grow up. Lily and the kids leave and go see one of the other castles while Connor is hot on their tails. He apologizes, asking to get along for the kids since they still wish to do the games. They both agree to be civil, which means they're going to get together in the end anyway. The games are on, of course. McDoodle wins. Only because a frog gets on the opponent's legs. I'm not even shitting you. The frog is brought up once and we only see him once before this, so... Don't mind me, I forgot that there was even a frog in the first place. Of course, Lily and Connor kiss and that's it. They talk about maybe going to New York, but they're long distance. Hello? I missed something? Maybe? Good. I like that we're in Scotland. I like how they try and add a little culture talk here and there. And I like that how the parents begin to argue, the kids all cringe and for some reason don't leave but stay and watch. Okay, that one is kind of bad because that means the kids are used to it. Oh boy. There's talks about divorces and feeling like they need to step up tenfold for their kids, which is the most real thing coming from this movie. From how badly they were hurt to putting everything onto their kids and making sure that they're alright. That's the most realistic thing that you can put in this movie. In most of these, it's talked about how either the mother or father passed away or a relative passed away, and it's been like the first Christmas since then. But this one talking about divorced, and even though I think Lily says that she's not the fun parent, but she's trying to be, and then, on the dad's side, he doesn't understand what these kids are going through because he's, mostly man to man, and the other kids are very clearly one's shopaholic or one's makeup intuitive, and the other one is like book smart. Which, I like that about this movie. Bad. I hate Connor. He's a man-child who not only has an anger problem, but he also doesn't try to back down when he knows he's in the wrong. And doesn't seem to have common sense to apologize until things have calmed down. He's an overly competitive father wanting the big trophies and doesn't back down on letting his kids know when they fuck up. Specifically also... when it's a simple, fun game of horseshoes. The kids don't have any real personalities. Miles is an ass. Tim is being pushed to be in sports when he doesn't want to, and his dad makes him feel bad about it. Sydney is just there, and Bailey is a girly girl who thinks about shopping, makeup, and yeah, that's it. So, the front desk worker keeps saying that the place isn't ready. What if they really didn't like each other? What if he or she kills everyone in the cabinet? Why are you allowing this? I worked in a hotel. They don't do this. You cannot. Okay, Lily got it first. That's it. You don't get a cabin. Sorry, not my problem. It's our mistake. Here's a few dollars. Go nuts. Like, that's truly it. You can't do anything else about it. I never talk about them, but there's a girl and a guy who are presenting the competitors and weirdly enough, flirt with Connor and Lily. I don't get it because they're never shown trying to win them over. Like, it was the shoe sniffer guy and then the one girl who just writes her phone number on Connor's hand. Like, they have no chemistry together. Oh, I'm sorry, maybe they dance together. I smell a romance even then. Like, there's a scene where the one girl who's with Connor is very much younger and she's not thinking about kids, and Lily and Connor are very much like either in their 30s or 40s. And that girl was like clearly early 20s. Calm down. I'm surprised that she's actually laying down for this. Oh, now she's got to clean herself. Callie, you stopped cleaning yourself. Oh my goodness. How long has that happened? You didn't care for that one bit. I have no idea how to end this because my blood pressure from this movie is off the charts. This movie, I have no words to describe this movie besides just Hallmark has made it apparent that these two do not deserve to be together. Connor is terrible. He's a man-child, and how he has kids is beyond me. Like, those kids, if Lily did not come into their lives, they would be with their mom, number one. Number two, they would have nothing to do with their dad. or these kids would need therapy. Like, extensive to where the therapist would need a therapy. Like, a therapist for the therapist. That's how bad he is. He's not nice. Like, he's not genuine. Like, he has his moments, but it seems so forced. Like, he's just like, come here. Like, come here, pretty thing. Come here. And then it's just, she melted in his touch. That's probably how he got a wife in the first place. Even then, oh, she cheated on me. No, I think she kind of figured out you're an asshole, guy. Because really, like, no one in their sane mind drives on the wrong side of the road and yells at a woman while it's, like, windy. It looked like it had just rained. Like, no sane person does this. And Lily just, let's see, because she will be trying to put her foot forward, and he's very much just like, you can't tell me what to do, my kids, I'm raising my kids. And half of these kids, again, it also seems like these kids were switched to where, like, his kids are actually hers, because one likes makeup, and the other one's kind of, like, book smart and likes chess, and the other two like sports.